Hi everybody, welcome to Amigos Plays. It is January 18th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I'm going to be playing King's Quest. It is freezing outside today in West Virginia. Um, let's see. Alright, so after that rousing rendition of Green Sleeves, we are off to the races. Now, what's interesting about this game is that you can control your intrepid hero with the mouse by clicking, or you can use the arrow keys. Now, what is interesting is that as you move around, the feather on your cap has a tendency to draw or erase certain marks in the background, which is kind of neat. I'm not really sure why that is, but you can see that the crocodiles too are drawing and erasing marks of their own here. Now, it's been a very, very long time since I played the first King's Quest, and I can't remember anything. So those of you that are familiar with the game are probably going to get real annoyed really quick when I can't figure out stuff, but I'll do my best. As a pink carpet rolls out behind me. I assume that this has something to do with the emulation, maybe a WHD load thing. But I still remember playing, if not King's Quest 1, King's Quest 2 on a 286 in my elementary school. That's how young I am. I was in 5th grade when we finally upgraded our classroom machines from Apple IIs to 286s. Alright, this looks like a king. Let's talk to him. Alright, I'm going on a quest. Let's do it. Now, one thing I did notice, or that I did test before I started playing, is the game will save. So this is probably going to be a multi-part feature. As I was saying before, it's really cold today in West Virginia. It's probably, it's about 10 degrees. It's probably colder than that now because it's nighttime. It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is minus something crazy in Celsius. And tomorrow, because of the cold, we have a 2-hour delay. I'm a teacher, and we've got a 2-hour delay from school. So I get to sleep in tomorrow. I don't have to be at school until 10:20, and I am super excited about that. We're coming off a 4-day weekend anyway with Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and Friday was a teacher training day, so it wasn't really a day off, but it was a day with no kids. Okay, so this looks interesting. Let's do... Okay. Now, these are either... I bet these are jelly beans, maybe. No. Those might be just artifacts of a graphical glitch, or they may be something important. Nobody knows. This text parser is very reminiscent of the original Leisure Suit Larry game, which was a game that I probably played when I was far too young in my youth. Okay. So I'm going to flee the ogre. Probably the latest game that I played like this was the Homestar Runner quest for the... Oh boy, what was it called? obvious exits are north, south, and Dennis. Um, that was a text adventure game. They did one Peasant Quest. That's what it was. And it's basically a riff on this game. Those Homestar Runner guys are geniuses. I mean, they don't do it anymore because they now have moved on to bigger and better things, but they perfectly aped, so many classic genres with their games. Not to mention just the Homestar Runner. Uh-oh. Okay. There's a wolf. And I'm out of here. Well, so far, I've not managed to come across anything much to interact with. There's a lily pad over there. Now, King's Quest games, like all Sierra games, you can definitely die. So there's going to be some saving and restoring that goes on. Without a doubt, this is going to be one of those times. We'll go save. Okay. That was my try it, so we'll just overwrite there. Okay. I'm going to try and jump onto this lily pad. Might have misspelled lily pad. Jump, leaf. Look. Well, can't seem to go much farther over there. Oh, okay, so this is a new place. I much prefer to use the keyboard controls whenever possible. It just feels more authentic. Alright, now we're cooking. Let's go inside here. Alright. Okay. And it looks like they have a cello over there. Let's try and take it and see what happens. Okay. Maybe that's a guitar. Alright, I understand. Look at this thing right here. You know what I see when I see this thing? Upside down milkshake. There's the straw. There's the cup. Alright. Look at that bed. That is a long bed. Not very wide, but very long. Oh, shoot. Well, I think I've died. Well, that's nice of you, Sierra. So, where do we go back to? Maybe we just have to restore. Okay. Well, we know that we don't have to waste our time in that house. One thing about classic adventure games and role-playing games of any kind is traversal is slow and a little bit tedious when you have to backtrack. You never notice it when you were a kid, but they spoil you these days with the run button. Now here's a pump. Let's try pump. try not to narrate everything I type because I know that's annoying. All right. So, as we continue our exploration, we've... Oh, there's some flowers. Let's try that. Alrighty. We move on. Feel good? It's fine day. Alright. Shall we try to pick the flowers? Maybe we shall. But first, we shall save. I remember well, Sierra, do you want me to do anything except walk around? Roberta, what's the deal? I remember when the only King's Quest game I ever purchased was, I think, King's Quest 4. And it came on CD-ROM, and I bought the CD-ROM version. And I still remember this. In the store, there was the CD-ROM version and the disc version. And the disc... Okay, we are going to run away. And the CD-ROM version was really, really light. Like, there was almost nothing in there. And the disc version was really heavy. And, of course, I was a kid. I'm trying to think about how old I might have been. I was probably in 9th grade. That seems right. And I thought, well, boy, maybe I should get the CD-ROM version because it's bound to have better graphics. Oh, shoot. Almost fell into the lake there. But when I got home, I found out the manual was somehow included in the CD. Maybe it's a file or something. And anyway, I couldn't figure out how to get to the copy protection part. So when I got to the copy protection part, I had to use a friend's... Alright. I had to use a friend's... Actually, we called her dad, and he read to us from the manual how to get past it. But then, I didn't save in the right spot, and I got to a place where my game was basically over because I saved after I should have done something I shouldn't have. And to go back would have meant to have to do that copy protection part again, which I couldn't do. And so that was the end of my King's Quest days, and that was really the last Sierra adventure game I ever played. So it's easy to see why the LucasArts didn't quite go that way with their games. They made it a little bit more difficult to die and totally screw up whatever you were doing. Well, we'll just trek across this garden. I will say, I hope I never have to go back to that castle, because I don't think I could ever find it again. Normally with games like this, it seems like there was always stuff around you could grab, pick up, but not here. Just keep on rocking and rolling. There's a tree with a hole in it. Oh, before I climb the tree and fall to my death, I should probably save. don't think this parser can do 3-word commands. Oops. Anything down here? That looks like the place that I started in, so maybe I've made my loop. Let's keep on going north. I do like the scoring system in these games, though. It gives you a sense of how far you've got left to go. Hey, all right. Of course it is. Now, what do we think this is? A bowl? Oops. Yeah, because I can't spell. I did it again. Must type a lot of EL words. Okay. Got it. 3 points. Well done. Time to save. Okay. The cursor is always in the way. This is a pretty valley. I'm just going to keep on going north. Alright, I cannot go north anymore. Ah, okay. Okay. See, this is, I mean, that is, in a nutshell, that's every adventure game. Look until you find the keyword that they want, investigate it, and then usually end up taking it. Castle over there. I know I've been here before. Okay. Maybe, oops. So it's curious how the enemies spawn. I guess they always spawn on the same screens. Boy, you really look a lot like E.T. or something when you're facing directly forward. Back here. You know what? I wonder Let's try and throw these pebbles at the dwarf. What's the worst that could happen, right? Just make sure we save first. Okay. Here we are. Save. Okay. Here's the dwarf screen. Oh! It's not the dwarf screen at all. I believe these are pine cones, I think. Walnuts, okay, okay. I don't know if King's Quest was the first. I know it wasn't the first graphical adventure game. But I wonder if it was the first, like, moving your character around in game. Just chugging along. Hey, that looks like a place where I'll probably end up dying. I don't know what takes me back. Is the inventory somewhere around there? Ooh. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to know that. Okay. It's good to know that those are there. Alright. See a faint green glow. Okay. Oh. Could this be where the duck comes in? Nope. I am trying to go there. Okay. That's all I need to know. The quest continues. The quest stopped because I ran into a rock. You know, this game needs some external sound. Let's take that over there. And let's fire up some background music. Just a second. It's very King's Questian, I think. Alright. And we travel on. Well, I could show the pebbles in the bowl to the family. this is where we save. Yep. Okay, well they put it in the middle of the table. And now, from now on, I'll always wonder, was it the right thing to do to give the pebble or the bowl to the man? I don't know. Well, let's look in their cabinets. Can I take the bowl back? Okay. By their movement of their arms, I know that they are not going to give the bowl back. Should I try and swim? Let's try it. I did get points for giving them the bowl, so it was probably for the best. Okay, into the water. Okay, now swim. Swim. All right. I never knew you could do this in King's Quest. Never knew you could swim. The wolf. Boy, it's just so scary. Whenever you go to a new screen and that water is right in front of you, even though I know you can swim now. That's the hotkey for swim. Possibly the equals sign. Yeah. Should I have put the walnuts in the bowl? Probably so. Well, that'll be the first order of business when we start part 2 of Amigos Plays King's Quest. These are going to be 30-minute installments. So I hope you join us then. Until next time, adios.